P Ford here to serve.
Skill Brown in the building. How y'all doing out there?
Yes, sir. What's up, my brothers? How was y'all weekend?
I had the best weekend that I've had in about 10 years.
You had a special weekend, ain't it?
Yeah. We want to say
my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Caster
Thank
Dunn.
you.
Yes,
I
sir,
received so many well wishes from my friends, my relatives, and my daughter that it really made an impact on me, and I'm grateful.
Yeah, most people when they sing the happy birthday song, they be like, happy blah 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 birthday. But your shit so high, bitch can't even count that high. So I'm gonna just tell you happy birthday, man. Fuck the number, happy birthday. Whatever it may be.
My age is less than your cholesterol, nigga.
Damn. Why you always got to bring that in there? Why he always got to bring cholesterol?
I had sweat and grease and shit.
I just want you to know my cholesterol is great. P Ford, what you got going on? What's up?
Hey man, congratulations on your birthday, dog. My brother. It's a great
My
thing. Yes, sir. You know.
Yes, sir.
And I didn't do too much, just a little research, chill out a little bit,
True.
I didn't work today, so.
Yeah, you don't work when you work. But hey,
Damn, man.
Damn.
How about you, Skills? What did you have going on this weekend, brother?
man, let me tell you, I went to Immokalee to the in-laws, had a little shing-ding, a little woo-ha. Just sat down over there chilling.
You was eating again, right? That's all you fucking do every week.
Yeah.
I always went to this party. I ate until I shit.
Let me tell you,
ate some more after I shit.
Eating is another word. It's called surviving, my bro. We have to eat. You eat too, motherfucker.
Well, let me ask you this. Does it have a polo club out there? Because you're looking a little different these days, bro.
His wife is dressed now.
I mean, your brother Ira Lee said that old motherfuckers wear collared shirts.
I don't
What's the
know.
deal with that?
We need to
That's
thank
two in a
her.
row.
We need to thank his wife because she got him up out them black. Okay?
Oh yeah.
The black
And this
gas
nigga-
station T-shirt.
And
Yeah,
this
I was
nigga
fucking
dressed
with
like
it.
he on South Beach right this motherfucker. Like he filming the episode of Baywatch right this bitch.
Yeah.
Geritol edition.
I'm from the islands. I could swim. You can't fucking swim. You from Belglade.
Bitch, I can swim.
Unswimming muck.
I can swim. I just might
In the
not
what?
survive.
Okay.
Really, what you got going on, my
like
brother?
a rock.
Flotation device.
Shit.
Well, we finna have a good one. Well, you asked me about my weekend.
Yeah, how was your weekend?
Boy, listen, when I tell you God is good,
All the
my
time.
weekend was excellent.
This nigga hitting the table again.
I just got excited.
Go ahead.
I just got excited. I am back
Back.
on the road
Mm-hmm.
next week
Mm.
in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
ATL, ho! I am making a comeback in the building. Then I had a acting class over the weekend. That turned out to be pretty good. So now I got to get some headshots did because they finna pitch me to the big screens and TVs because they say I got the look for TVs and movies. So my weekend was excellent. Your boy's back. That's all I'm going to tell y'all for now. Be on the lookout because I'm back. And
My
this is
nigga.
real deal.
Congratulations, Ira Lee.
Congratulations.
Break out the wide lens for your head.
Yes, sir.
You a nigga.
Yes, sir.
And I think you're going to do good with the acting shit, too, because
I got a question.
you a natural, my brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
What did you cover in that acting class?
Oh, man. It was a bunch of how to get ready for auditions, learning scripts.
Learning what? Learning what?
Strips.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Learning strips.
What the fuck is that?
You know strips.
I don't know
I got
what
gum
that
on my mouth, bro. Scripts, man. Scrips.
Say strawberry.
Scrips, man.
Strawberry.
Say strawberry.
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 Damn, and you said it. What the hell?
You know, but it was stuff like that, man. And I had an audition live It was a whole bunch of stuff. It was like a 2-hour class. They get you ready for auditions.
Don't end up on the casting couch.
No, I would never do that.
Oh, anything to make it.
I would never do that, my bro. I would never go. Let me make that clear right now. I really would never go to the couch, my brother. Never.
But I know my brother gonna make it in the movie world because he is a great actor. Word is, every day you act like a comedian on this show.
Well, you know that's what they say.
And next week,
and next week,
he is shitting on you. Yeah, he is shitting on you.
I'm not paying no attention.
Okay.
Like I
was
said,
just playing, my brother.
like I said, next
Calm down.
week I will be a full-time comedian in Atlanta, ATL.
Monique said she glad somebody said something about my nice shirt. You hating ass.
It still look like fucking sausage packed up in that fucking container.
This nigga.
The shirt
right
is
here.
nice, but the inside.
This
fucked
nigga,
up.
Preston.
Yes, sir.
So what we got going on today?
Hey, it's a little different for us here on the show this week. We got to discuss what's going on out there sometimes.
Yeah.
This is don't hate the joke, hate the game, but we really can't play with this
Sometimes
topic.
that shit ain't funny.
We just can't play with this topic this week. We got a problem out there in the world. I don't just say the black community. There's a lot of misunderstandings out there, unjust, and we really can't point fingers. The best we could do is discuss it with you listeners, because we really do want to hear your opinions out there. We want everybody to be safe. There is a certain criteria to being safe that I think is missed. As an older gentleman like myself, I'm not really distraught when the police pull me over or I see those blue lights, because I'm ready to deal with the situation accordingly. Now, I do have a young son that's 20 years old, and young brothers tend to be very hot-headed. And in this day and age, that can cost you greatly. You know, my motivation is always to go through this and go home. So I noticed that a lot of young brothers, this young brother, Jacob Blake, I guess he went to see his lady. I don't know every single particular. The cops told him to do something, and I'm not blaming the brother. I don't know the situation. I heard he was tased. I've read he was tased, and the taser failed. So he started to move to his car, and it's so vital that we learn to comply, because it's one thing, you can't look hard in front of them. If he complied, maybe the results would have been a little different. He took 7 shots to the back, and he's paralyzed from the waist down. Now, this young man is 29 years old and has 3 children. So it's needless to say his life, if anything, the minimum is altered severely. So, but I'm bringing this to my brothers. So it's not just me you're going to hear from. I think that if you really want to stay safe in this day and age, it's not a shame to them, to police officers, because believe it, they're human beings and they're afraid too. They don't know what your next move is, and I'm not taking up for them. I'm not taking up for them. It's just 7 shots to the back is unacceptable, man.
Here's my thing, right?
Yes.
Here's my thing.
Yes.
I'm an older man too.
Very
Kinda.
yes.
You had to put kind of.
I've had some stops by the police, and I'm gonna say this: I have never had a problem with police officers. They've always treated me respectfully. They've let me go without tickets. All of this stuff, right? Here's a problem with the police for me. These guys are modern day superheroes. I've discussed this guy with you guys before, right? We've had this conversation, right? They're modern day superheroes. They take on a situation that's life and death every day, right? So let's compare them to the Justice League of America, right? You have Superman, you have Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Cyborg, The Flash,
Yes.
Batman. Who is the most heroic and complies with the justice the most?
The police.
No, out of the 5 I
shit.
said, right? out of
the
the characters I laid before you, who is the most heroic?
Batman.
And why is it Batman?
Because he don't have superpowers. He human.
No, it's Batman because Batman had a plan to take down any of the other superheroes if they
got
ever
out.
turned criminal.
Okay.
Right? That's what made Batman the greatest superhero.
So he was the superhero's cop.
He was the superhero's cop. And this is the problem with the police. The police will not turn in a rogue or a bad cop within their ranks. So in turn, it makes the rest of them look bad.
Exactly.
I say 90% of all police officers are good police officers or higher. You know what I mean? You have some bad individuals who are, even the FBI has now said that some of them have came in looking to do a certain thing, right? So they've infiltrated whatever. There's gangs in police stations, all of this. The issue is they don't turn in the bad cops.
But you would say 90% or higher are good cops, basically.
Yeah.
I would say no because of that small percent that are bad, because I honestly believe you don't have to do bad to be bad. Even in the street world, when it comes to law enforcement and justice, it's called guilty by association.
True indeed.
The RICO Act, you don't even have to be there, but it's a crime to cover up major crimes, like using your police cruiser to go to Winn-Dixie, go shopping, even little small stuff overlooked. But cops, think about it. They like how we work together. We around each other all the time. Y'all hear me say stuff that nobody else hear me say. The police officers know the people who are questionable too. Even though few bad apples, they know who they are even before they did something on the street. But yet somebody could go shoot somebody, do something crazy to somebody, and they still choose not to act. That in itself to me is a crime. So that make the good apples bad apples.
I agree
also.
with you. I agree
like
with
if
you.
you ain't gonna stand up, and I know everybody need a job, and I understand that's your brother and your shield brother, and that's who got to have your back when stuff hit the fan. But if you ain't got the integrity to stand up for what's right, was law, by law, not just by your conscience, but by law, you are bad.
Right, and you're not really protecting the law then.
Exactly, you're
right?
breaking the law.
Yeah, you are breaking the law at this point.
Criminal. Exactly.
Correct. I agree with you 100%.
And also, I don't mean to keep going, but to go back to Preston, he said the dude shouldn't have went to the car. That is true.
No, he was already at the car.
Yeah,
he shouldn't have went around to the driver's
side.
door.
That's what I mean. Of course, he shouldn't have did that. And I read about the taser, but maybe I'm taking it wrong, but I read it as the taser didn't work, like it malfunctioned. But I also know all of them carry tasers. Somebody else should have tased them.
And 7 shots. Could not one of the first shot not hit him in the leg?
Well,
to bring him down.
Training is training. I don't think you train to shoot in the leg.
When my take on that video, even if he did get hit with the taser, he still had time to walk out the door, get to the car. You see 3 cops behind him. You telling me y'all couldn't just tackle this dude? It's 3 of y'all.
Well, they did say he had a knife
in the car.
It was in the car. Oh, I thought he had a knife.
I'm saying this dude was walking with his back turned. It's 3 of y'all.
Yes.
You telling me y'all couldn't tackle this dude before y'all shot this dude 7 times in the back?
And whatever happened?
It was only one shooter, one guy, and he was a reasonably young looking gentleman. He hadn't been on the force long.
Like 3 cops behind him.
So, we don't know the effects.
It was like 3 cops behind him.
Yeah,
right?
but it's only one shooter, one officer shot.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. If you got 3 cops walking,
why did it have to escalate
to deadly force?
Like you telling me you couldn't tackle this dude and he had his back turned.
And how is this? How is walking away from a cop now you are authorized to use deadly force?
Exactly.
Listen.
Yes.
Here's a point. When I was coming up in New York City, there was a time when, we wasn't always perfect children. We would get in trouble with the cops and we would run. It was a time when an officer, at least I believe, or I've heard that, you couldn't pull your revolver unless your life was in danger.
Thank you.
So now it's almost, I don't know, due to circumstances, because I want to be fair to the police out there, all of them, all law enforcement officers.
Well, yeah, because there's some good ones out there, but
let me finish this. So now, when you do something wrong, it's best that you don't run, because you can take. I don't know how the laws have changed of evading when you evade the situation, or the severity of them needing. I don't know, man. This is a question. The callers can come. If y'all know, y'all can clarify it for me.
Yes.
Because I know when we were younger, you could not pull that gun unless your life was in danger.
Or
now, if you running away, the danger is leaving you.
Exactly. Unless somebody else's life is in danger.
You were going to say?
my whole thing with police brutality is it seems like it only get violent with the black person. Like I done seen so many videos with white dudes running at police officers with knives, shotguns.
All right.
Police is running from them.
To your point, Ira, listen, this is what I mean. Like, black people are not the only people that get arrested. Now, sometimes any situation can go.
No, I'm not talking. I'm
No,
talking
hold
about
on,
we get
hold on,
killed
hold on.
before we get arrested.
But this is where I touched on it when I started it. How well, before those cameras roll, have we been compliant to what this officer was telling us? And again, I'm not. It's not.
Philando
it's
Castile
not-
complied, and he still got killed. Angela said, "What about the ones that do comply and are dead?"
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
And-
to me, it's the black people
And like there,
getting the violence.
another argument. I ain't gonna say from the other side, but they said it's more white people get killed by the cops than black people. I never checked that statistic, but that may be true.
Yo.
But what people fail to say in that statement, we talking about it ain't more white people get killed that are unarmed than black people. More white people might get killed who probably deserve to get killed by the cops, who doing something to be killed by the cops.
Right.
We talking about unarmed, like
Unarmed.
it always like whatever happened to the intermediate weapons. Why is always deadly force? That's off top.
Nobody deserves to be killed.
Well, you
right?
know,
who
in
made,
response to-
who made the police judge and jury?
Well, they're not. They're not judging jury.
Right?
They're not.
Right.
Well, I'm saying their actions.
But is it?
warranted.
Do they have a problem when they're called to low income areas?
Yes.
Do they have a problem with that?
Yes.
Because did they want to? You don't get to pick and choose where you serve your job at, and they don't. It's to serve and protect all.
I've seen,
But I notice, and I could be wrong, when they go into the lower income areas, which is blacks, Hispanics, and some whites. Let's be fair about it.
which are also crime ridden.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Poor
they
people rob and
automatically
steal.
is it they
why the Bible said
automatically
that?
turn the clock on that this is going to be a problem. Now I want to come up out of there because you don't know what these guys are holding farther when they come into.
But everybody
I
in those
think-
areas are not those people.
True
That's,
indeed.
that's true, Skills.
Yeah,
but,
very
you
true.
know,
That's why you take an oath, and that's why you have training.
But
I
I'm
live-
just talking about. Do you notice that?
I know. Oh yeah, I'm in Belgrade. I notice it.
Listen, we don't see everything, right? A lot of white people get killed the same way by the cops. There's a lot of videos out there that
I can only think of like
with
two.
police with their knees on their necks choking them out same way.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They're a bigger
A bigger
slice of the population than us, so they're gonna be more anyway. Now, this is a very deep, vast topic. I also think the media has played a large role,
Of course.
in this.
Of course.
The media has villainized black people for a long. This is what I believe what Trump says with certain things, right? The media has criminalized black people for a long. Now all of a sudden they want to play hero, right?
Yeah,
all of a sudden,
you're right about that.
All of a sudden they want. Even what they run right now it's a shot of a black guy committing a crime.
And
It's
the-
this
and-
and this and this and this.
Yes, in the headline, black guy gets shot by a white
the
cop.
media has criminalized black people to the fact now that some white people view us as what the media portrays
Exactly,
us.
because a lot of them don't have no real life interaction with, so they just know us by what they see on TV.
Pretty
Not
much.
just the media, in the movies, in the TV shows. Not just the media, like not just the news.
Everything.
Everything. Yeah.
Now, okay, so that point is out. When do we, as a community, a black community, take responsibility? Nobody ever wants to answer this question here. Okay? When do we pull up our own pants and tighten our belt?
But that happened one time in Tulsa, Oklahoma, in a little community called Glenwood, and then the United States government themselves bombed their own city because we were picking ourselves up by the bootstraps too much. So it's a lot of instances where when certain people pick up themselves by the bootstraps, it's designed so you don't be picked up by your bootstraps to keep you down. There's a whole lot of other stuff too, but I ain't even gonna go into all that right
See,
there.
it is not everybody in
Yes.
the government. Okay, we can't.
Nothing is every single person.
I cannot continue to blame anybody else.
Right.
I can't.
Yes.
Because without white people, right, we'd still be in chains.
Exactly.
There's way more good white people.
Also, without them, we wouldn't have been in chains.
That yes, of course, right. But there's way more good white people, all color people, than there is bad.
But the bad ones got the most power.
Not at all.
Shit.
Not at all. The same. If there's a second civil war, the same thing that happened the first time is gonna happen the second time.
How many black people are in the population of this country? Like 15, 16?
13, 30 million.
And then how many are the prison population?
2 million.
And you just said the comparison about the population ratio of white people. How in the hell is that possible?
Because it's a business now.
To keep black people locked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what the fuck? Exactly.
It's a business now. It's modern day. That's their form of modern day slavery.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what the fuck?
It's a whole
now
chain of things.
So now it kind of makes sense when the police are more aggressive with us. They got to keep the business going.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
I got a question. When we organize and gather to do a protest, we as black people, is that not in an attempt to let the rest of the world know that we are hurting or there's a problem?
There's an attempt, a futile
Why?
attempt.
Is there a problem?
They don't have a problem
What
with
is the purpose of the protest?
They don't have a problem with us protesting.
No.
Okay? No, wait.
I'm
wait,
saying from
No.
the black perspective. What is the purpose of the protest?
What's the purpose?
To stop the bullshit.
Okay.
Okay.
So you say they don't have a problem with protest. I want to hear where you come up with that.
No. From what I could be wrong and I'm not always right? There's many different aspects to this shit here,
Yes.
right? I am all for the protest.
Yes.
I am against the riot.
I know, but
All right,
you said
let
that.
me-
Hold on,
looting.
Preston. Hold on.
I'm against that.
But he said no, they don't have a problem with us protesting.
They don't.
Let's go back to the '70s Olympics. Basketball team got shitted out of a gold medal. Just put their fists up. It's a fucking problem with that shit.
That was Jesse Owens.
That-
That was
that-
running.
No, I'm talking about the basketball team when they won so many times. And then
That
finally
was
that was the basketball team, and they put their fists up.
That famous
And there
picture,
was a
yeah.
protest.
That was running. That was running.
Okay, well, whatever. But it was just a simple fist in the air. Oh, they shouldn't do that. That's unpatriotic. It's a problem with
Who
protest.
said that?
Listen.
No, that was
Li-
in
Oh,
Germany.
Hold on. That was
Jesse Owens.
No, you got your facts wrong. That was the
Okay.
United States basketball team. But listen, Martin Luther King, peaceful protest, water hose, everything, dogs put on, peaceful protest. That's a problem with protesting, right? More recent, let's go to Colin Kaepernick. Took one fucking knee and a sign of protest. I ain't heard of nobody. Wasn't talking shit on the sideline. Wasn't saying nothing. It's a problem with protesting.
Who was
For
with him?
black people.
Who was with him?
Don't matter who was
Who
with him.
supported Kaepernick?
It
See,
don't-
we weren't by ourselves, is what I'm trying to say.
In the beginning,
We weren't by
you
ourselves.
said there's not they don't have a problem with protest. They have a problem with protesting.
Skills.
There is a
We-
problem
we-
with protest.
Listen, you might be right. It's 50-50,
Not 50,
right?
50.
Yes, it is. Okay.
If you're trying to change,
Listen, fast forward to today, right? If we organize and have a protest, the purpose of the protest is to let the world know about our discontentment about what's going on. When we go to violence and looting, they know that is all gone, brother.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So wait a minute. So to his point now, they have a problem with the protest because they do not turn out right. If some militia like this young man in Wisconsin, Kenosha, Wisconsin,
Kenosha Kyle.
lives in the next county, 15 miles
Next
away.
state.
Next
And
state.
that's some,
All right.
and that's some
I'm
bullshit.
sorry.
And that's some
Yeah, that's
bullshit.
a federal
and took a
offense.
ride.
That's some
Yeah.
bullshit.
Took a ride
That's
to
a federal
protect the
offense.
gas station.
That's bullshit.
Well, hold on now.
That's bullshit right there.
That's bullshit.
It's common knowledge, or at least from my perspective, that he has a problem with the protest.
But who is he to have a problem with the protest? The protest is I heard they were rioting. I wasn't there. I have a problem
even
with the
believe-
rioting
listen.
and looting. Well, not rioting, but looting.
Obviously,
vandalism.
everybody-
I don't even think that yes, there's black people involved in the rioting and looting, but there's a lot of shit out there that they want this thing to look a certain way that I think
Exactly.
outside groups are coming in and doing this
I
shit.
think so, too.
Okay?
I think so, too.
Okay. Now, as you call him, Kenosha
Kyle.
right? I put him in regards to like ISIS. These guys are terrorists.
This is what I call them.
All these militia guys who are pretending to be patriots.
Exactly.
They are terrorists.
And
okay,
law-breaking
they have been
people.
waiting for a second civil war and looking for any excuse. Anyway, Kenosha Kyle is more like he's been indoctrinated, kind of like what the ISIS do and reach out to these young impressionable kids and this kind of shit like this.
You're
now
right
he's
about that.
wrapped up in murders, thinking he's on the side of right
and on the side of patriotism.
when he's not. He's not. There's no way to spin this thing.
Exactly, and it's not like a random. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I seen a photo of his. I don't know if that's a real photo of his mother and father, but judging by their photo, that's the type of stuff they into. That's what it looked like. I also found a video of him
beating a chick up.
Him and his homeboy jumping a female. I mean, that's not the cool, calm, and collected Kenosha Kyle we thought we knew. So I don't know what's going on. I think Kenosha Kyle violate, and a lot of people say Wisconsin is an open carry state. Yes, it is. When you 18 or older, Kenosha Kyle is not old enough to be a law-abiding.
You're not allowed to travel across state lines with weapons.
In that part too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Kenosha,
he went looking for problems
with that intent. That's why I was strapped to him. So he can't drop the motherfucker.
No matter what was happening or whoever approached, he not supposed to be there.
Exactly.
And like I said, the most disturbing part of that video was that this dude killed people, walked down the street with an AK.
The cops passed,
wrapped on him.
Yeah.
Walked all the way to the police. They gave him water. He went home that same night. Went to bed.
Mike Frey said something I 100% agree with. There has never, ever been a time in history of peaceful protest that white folks who gave power agreed with our protests.
We didn't do it alone.
But
that's all I'm saying.
But it was our protest, and not saying it was only us protesting, but it was for us basically.
Yeah.
I know we didn't do it alone. We don't have.
We are
enough
always
people
going to face opposition. Okay, this is just what it is, right? We are not alone, though.
We face the opposition as they want to silence us. They want to tell us that we don't have a reason to complain.
Exactly. It's a great place.
Listen, I just feel that whatever the people who are against us are always going to view us as niggas. That's it.
Well.
Soundcheck Media Group. Don't hate the Joker, hate the game podcast.
Hey, Emily.
What's going on?
Not a whole lot. Great topic for today. Let me make something really clear because I think a lot of people have the whole anti-police thing. We're not anti-police. We're anti-police brutality, which is something I posted on my Facebook page.
Exactly.
And I also tagged Skill in something too. Had it been a young black man that was walking down the street with a gun, y'all know good and well they would have taken him down. And yeah, you're right. There's about 90% of the cops that are good, and I can attest to it. I got enough of them in my family. Neither here nor there. One bad apple does spoil a whole bunch, and I will tell everybody that's registered. If you're not registered, go register. Make sure you get out there and vote. But we do need to stand up. We need to stand up peacefully, and we need to make our voices heard. This is happening like way too much. And for all four of you that have black sons or daughters, or my grandsons as well, and even our daughters, it is a scary world to be bringing our kids up in. It is very scary, but we need to continue doing. Thank you for bringing this out on your medium today. We need to do more of this.
Thank you.
All right,
thank you
for calling in.
She said one bad apple do not spoil the bunch, and I couldn't disagree with that.
It does spoil the bunch. I agree.
Exactly.
I agree.
It does.
It makes them compliant in the crime.
I agree. Like I said, that's the most disturbing thing on that video. Like somebody just commented to see this dude kill people and walk right past the police, but then the little 12-year-old boy, what is it, Tamar Rice.
Tamir Rice. Gun.
12 years old.
With a toy gun.
Shot this kid with a toy fucking gun.
But if the gun looked real and he was pointed at me, I could understand that he had what looked like a gun, what was a gun.
But if
it was an orange, I mean, I don't know.
Listen, but we grown men, right? We grown men. That cop who killed Tamir Rice is a fucking piece of shit. How the fuck you gonna look at a little 12-year-old kid running around playing, out just having fun, and just gun him down. And
Because he
for
had a
the
toy
he was
gun.
running
I
around.
don't. He playing. He just playing.
He just playing.
We all
Like,
played.
That's the story. The
But you
kid
can't-
running around
you
playing.
can't be black and play,
No,
right?
you can't do that shit.
Now you're gonna have the nosy neighbor out there calling the cop for what they call them now, Karens, out here calling the cop for
Bro,
anything.
this
They doing this, and they actually don't give us the chance to
this shit
say
is
what
deep,
we
man.
doing
Oh,
or
it's-
whatever it is.
This shit is deep, man. It like we the only race that had to prove to the fucking world we human beings.
Exactly. Three fifths of a man.
We
Still.
had to prove
Still.
the world that we human beings. Now we gotta look our son in the eye, son and daughters, and look them in the eye and have these fucking talks about when you going out. Make sure you do this and do that. If you get pulled by the police, like how the fuck can you tell a child you got to strategize of getting pulled over to make sure you stay alive?
It's something we got to do, man.
This-
and
what-
you really got to
this
do it.
bullshit, bro.
You know,
Scooter said he
grown men
honestly
get pulled
think
over.
no matter who holds any type of office, the police brutality will always be there. And I think so.
I think so too.
That was the fucking whole how the police department started for catching niggas, runaway
much.
slaves.
Pretty
That's
much.
that's the origins of the police.
They say the police. A lot of people believe the police is the 2020 KKK.
Hey,
I can't say that.
I think.
Oh no, I'm just
I can say-
saying.
I know what you're saying.
I'm just
I
saying. I done heard
I
people
think
say that.
the 2020 KK is the police, the 2020 KK is the doctor, the 2020 KK is Lord, KKK is Lord. It's all walks of life hide under the hood. That's all I'm saying.
They
But
took the hood off and went.
put on the uniform.
Yeah,
huh?
put on the uniform. But listen, anyway, most of them, I'm gonna say it once again, most cops dream to become cops when they're young, right? That's how I grew up thinking when I was small. That's all you ever heard. I want to be a cop. You know what I mean? Some of these guys come out of the military and are cops, right? For me, I just feel the ones who are doing these wrong shits like this, gunning down people, came into the force looking to brutalize
Yeah.
minorities.
I don't really think a lot of it necessarily came into it looking for it. I think it's the culture of that position that put, and it probably was in there somewhere, but put that in there. I honestly think that.
And then I
don't
heard-
know if it's a culture because have you ever been brutalized by a cop?
I haven't not been beaten by a
You?
cop. I've been laid down by
I
a cop.
ain't been beaten, but I've been fucked up.
You, Press?
No.
talk all
I
kind of
haven't.
shit for no fuck. And I don't even talk shit. I just sit there like this.
Nah,
Well, motherfucker, da. Like, whoa, you need to calm the fuck down before you shoot me,
I
motherfucker.
ain't never. I tell you, but I ain't never been beaten, but I have been thrown on the car. I mean, I can't talk about it because it's
I ain't never experienced it,
it's a lawsuit thing. But I have been arrested, and I told you about that driving.
Yeah, prostitution.
Driving to the bill. No, not prostitution. I don't prostitute no more. I don't prostitute no more. I changed my life. I'm with Jesus now. But no, remember I told you
Yeah, I know, I was just messing
when
with
I
you,
was
bro.
with LaBelle, I was driving down that long road going to LaBelle. I was in the car with two cops, both of them white. One dude said, "Hey, it's a dark field out here. We could fuck him up and kill him right now and won't nobody know nothing." Like that's what a cop told me. Like
That's
shit.
some scary shit.
that was boy.
Yeah,
You talking
I'm
about
gonna tell you
shit.
anything after this.
That's some scary shit.
But I'm from Belgrade, and earlier you said something about the poor neighborhood. They come with a different mentality.
Hold on, Skip.
That ma-
Hey, call
that-
if you want to call back.
That might be true, but I live in one of those high crime areas. I'm not a high crime person. I should not be a fucking locked up in my house because I had somebody tell me you should just stay in the house. Because every weekend after a certain time I go outside because I like to ride around. Get pulled over, harassed by the police for no fucking reason. Somebody told me I should just stay in my house. Like, no, how should I just stay in my house?
I can't speak for all instances, man. And somebody pointed out that, yes, sometimes when you comply, you still can run the risk of getting hurt. But it's circumstances. I don't know if you guys ever been in a fearful situation? Like, I mean, fear for your life.
Well, I just told you that was
Now,
some scary shit.
that was scary.
That
That
was
was scary.
what?
But you was in the back of the car
you
and
mean
you were
about
sitting down and they just
handcuffs?
told you a scenario.
But they scared the shit out of me.
I understand that, but now imagine being on the other side where you got a dude that he's like, I'm not going back where I came from. I'm not having this, and I don't got no problem in smoking y'all out here today.
But that's when you handle that situation
That's
accordingly.
Well, that's how you go. But what's the accordance?
And how like you the cop, you interact with me, whatever you had to.
Here's the thing. I know what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We drive trucks.
Yes.
Every morning we wake up, we know we getting in this truck. We driving a truck.
Yes.
The cop doesn't know what he getting into every day.
But the cop got eyes and he got
And
ears.
Kaz,
Yeah,
listen.
No, you can't fit. You cannot. If
we have a lot of people, not just us, a lot of people have the luxury of becoming a little complacent with the job to the point that we don't even really like it sometimes. But officers, pilots, they don't have that luxury.
No excuse, but they keep they have to keep taking training to refresh. You dealing with people. You had to have interpersonal skills. Just because you in a high crime area, you can meet 20 people. I ain't like that. Bitch, don't treat me like that. I don't deserve to be treated like a criminal.
Don't they rotate them?
No.
Nah.
I don't.
They don't rotate them.
Here's
No
the problem.
No, they got a day off, but them bitches coming right back.
With the police force too. Say this cop did something illegal or whatever. He committed he shot somebody or whatever crime he committed. They fire him. He can now go to this other police department and get hired. Okay, they should treat this like they treat a medical doctor.
Exactly.
If he gets a malpractice suit and he has to lose his license, they should not be allowed
To
back
go somewhere.
Yeah,
Hey, with they same mentality.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, I was watching this documentary about the LAPD. There are a lot of gangs within, like murder gangs in the LAPD. You know, police officers that tattoo themselves, that go after and just do violence and this type of situation. The police force needs to clean up their act.
Exactly.
Right now they are a lawless gang. If they're not willing to fire these individuals who are committing crimes themselves, there's a problem.
Remember, Kaz, it's not all, because you just said
Right.
10%.
Yes, but you have to
10%
you have to
can
address
roll,
it.
but that's the bad apple of the bunch.
Hold.
Soundcheck Media Group. Don't hate the Joker, hate the game podcast.
Yeah, this is Mike. Hey, I just calling in because, we're talking about police and 1-1 and this department. It's about the police union. It's a very strong union. No matter who gets voted, they cannot change anything because the union has to agree to change it. Okay? So there's a huge police union, and even for the good cops, I will agree there's a lot of good cops, but the good cops can't say shit. Okay? So then they become part of the problem.
Yeah.
And I'm not the one to judge them because if I were in their shoes, I don't know that I'm going to be talking. I got a whole family to feed. Okay?
Exactly.
So we can't judge the good cops either, but they become bad in a sense because they can't speak out. The ones who spoke out, they got canned.
Yep.
Black or white.
Yeah.
True indeed.
We've seen it already. The ones who spoke out or said anything, they got canned. Okay? So, unless we're prepared to have no brothers on the force, or, it's
What if we policed ourselves? Just your whole, like here in Riviera, most of the cops
All
here
right, thank you for calling.
are black. Would that work out better for us if we had our own police force?
No, not when you're hearing now, defund the police.
Let me something I seen with my own two eyes.
That's
That's rough.
This is an example of how one bad cop spoils the bunch. I was riding by Belgrade Avenue E. Somebody I know, I seen him handcuffed on the sidewalk. He looking up. I guess he pleading his case with the police. He handcuffed. I'm nosy. I do a U-turn, ride right by.
See, that's the
The
problem.
black cop escorted him,
nosy
got him by
ass.
the arm because, like I said, he handcuffed. I swear to you, the white cop. And I'm just saying white cop because that's what it was, not because he's white. But anyway, kneeing him in the thigh while he's walking, getting escorted. The black cop who escorted him just walking with him with his head down, not stopping his fellow officer or nothing. Like, they didn't shoot him or nothing like that. But to me, all those cops in that situation wrong as fuck. And I look at Alden, then the one that's escorting him from Belgrade. Fuck that.
Well, that's terrible.
That like
Fuck that.
you know what
That's
I'm
the
saying?
situation where you need to be able to stand up and say,
Ain't
yo,
no integrity in being a cop.
Right.
It's just that uniform and not integrity, but like when it comes to standing up for.
But that caller,
Was right.
That caller was correct because so you a cop. You work with the judge. You work with
Exactly.
the prosecutor, right? So you know all these people. No, none of they rely on you. You rely on each other. So they are not going to ever correct this cop or hold this cop in as he should be held. You know what I mean? And then the police union, like this caller said, I don't know if they've ever went against one of their own.
I doubt that they have.
So that is the fucking problem.
So what do you do, like, when you see like a child? Let's say like a lot of teachers probably see it, like a child, like he feel boxed in, like he just can't get right, and then they act out in frustration, because that happens a lot, right? Now, as black people, as a race, like how you brought up the prosecutor work in unison with the DA and the police. What the hell should we do?
Is it now? I just want to clear something.
Let's do a peaceful protest for what? MLK did that. It don't work. We still doing peaceful protests. Talking about
you know what?
I
was thinking about this. Protests, they don't work.
They don't work. It's just like, okay,
right?
y'all go cry over there. Get off the highway now.
Don't spend your money.
Thank you. It's all about money.
It is all about money. Do not spend any money. If you want to protest, stand in the middle of the road. Don't buy shit. I bet you they change. Whether if you hold that shit down for a week,
which is a topic I got for another day. This is why, in my personal Skill Brown opinion, not the show, I think in hindsight, segregation would have been better for us as a people. We should have stayed segregated. Nah, I ain't gonna go there. I'm just saying.
Nah, listen.
I ain't gonna go there.
I think so deep. Listen, I think so deep, right? I cannot separate myself from anybody. There's no difference between listen, the people who just view us as niggas, right? These racist people out here who just view us as niggas. We're animals. We're nothing like that, right? They're the ones with the problem, not me.
But listen, what you saying? They view us as like everything about money, right? Economic impact. Us as a people, we don't have like no real economic value to the country.
You know, we spend the most, right?
I know, but we don't own nothing. And our cities is always owned by another. Most of the stuff owned by other races, right? Yep. And what I mean about segregation would have been best in our little area, wherever we're at, mom and pop, the black stores. Out of all these years, we would have stayed to ourselves. They would have grown into corporations. They would have. The owners of those stores would have brought their kids up with a business mentality instead of a consumer mentality. It would have. It would have made.
Here's this,
and I'm not saying don't associate with other races.
Let's do it now.
It's working now. It's just not working for us.
Let's do it now.
Every city got like a Chinatown. They got like a
there are black investment bankers. Okay, let us pool our money and have a reputable black investment bank trade our money. Let us generate money upon money upon money and build wealth. Right now, we need to stop with the looting and the rioting and stop spending money. Don't spend a fucking dime, you will get an answer.
I agree with that.
You will get an answer.
I don't have a debate for that.
But I definitely agree with that.
But that's what I mean by segregation. I don't mean like, I hate you, you hate me. But I think if we would have been raised to depend on each other more, like our whole mentality would have been changed a whole lot more than it is.
We don't. Skills. Let me say something.
I gotta agree with Skills on that.
Let me say this. We have, believe it or not, already segregated ourselves, just not in the proper way.
Well, we need to do it properly.
Do you understand what I'm telling you?
No,
brother.
Break it
please
down.
believe.
Break it down.
Please believe that we have already segregated ourselves as black people. We're looked upon by the government and society, as quiet as it's kept, as problematic.
We didn't do that.
We didn't. But we don't help ourselves.
We did in a way too.
We don't help ourselves with riots. We don't help. Not so much the protest. Like I said, the protest is meant to show a certain amount of discontentment. We for the longest time in my lifetime, black people have always been looking for a form of equality. So even when we do make strides, even spending our dollars here, there are black-owned businesses, there are black investors, there are these things that make it possible. There's successful black people, period, and Hispanic people, and Asian people.
But I'm talking about as a.
But wait a minute. When you say segregate, when the rest of the world looks upon us, we are looked upon as problematic.
Okay.
AKA segregated.
But the other people are segregated. It's not by law. They go and they live together. Look at Atlanta. It's kind of segregated.
Ours was
other people are
Ours was
segregated
by law.
in it. But I'm saying,
Look, you're from Tortola.
Yep, we ain't got this problem.
but I'm saying,
I ain't got this
hold
problem.
it.
I ain't got this
He
fucking
said-
problem.
I know
what he said.
Well, we talking, but we talking about what we
Yeah,
got
I
right
ain't
now.
got no problem.
People.
Okay, but we talking about right here, right
Yeah, I ain't
now.
got
How
no
can you
problem.
how
But
can
we
you
ain't
say
got that problem.
segregation don't work if you go in Chinatown? All the
I didn't
consumers
say it
are
didn't work.
Are Chinese. The business owners are Chinese. How can it not work?
I didn't say it don't work, Skills. That's not what I said.
how
I said
it-
we already segregated. That's what I said.
We're not segregated. I don't think we are segregated.
You know what redlining is?
Yes, well, you gonna
That's
live
what they
over
did
here
to us.
Exactly.
Okay, they redlined us. This is designated the poverty area.
Exactly.
This is the business area. This is the suburbs. This is for.
But like you
Make
said,
it here.
but like you said about the money, we need to take that whole
Yeah.
red line
Yeah.
poverty everywhere
Yeah.
we at.
Yeah,
Spend with each other and,
Yep.
and build it up
Yeah.
and stop depending. It's like it's about money. At the end of the day, it's about
It is.
money.
You know,
Yes, it
you
is.
know, I seen a. I don't know if y'all seen a picture, but I seen a picture floating around on Facebook with a bunch of white people sitting at a board game
I agree.
with-
we have
with-
not segregated ourselves.
with money money.
No, I'm not.
It's like 5-6 white people sitting at a
Oh,
table.
Monopoly.
Yeah, playing Monopoly, and it's a bunch of black people up under it. And they say the game would be over if black people just stood up. When I tell you that picture make a lot of sense,
Yeah.
that's why I agree with what Cass Dunn said.
And
Stop
also,
spending money. That
Yeah.
might
You know-
that might be a better protest.
My-
Cause we make up the
We spend the most.
Yeah, we spend the most.
We spend the most on frivolous shit.
We only make up 13% of the population.
Yeah, but we spending trillions of dollars.
But we spend the most.
my old lady, you know, she's Spanish, and she.
How can we spend the most at 13%?
That's what
That's a
Perez,
question, bro.
Perez, you know why?
I'm not saying it's not true.
This is such a big question, Press. Other races are taught to save their money. They get some financial knowledge.
Like I said, if
all
we
of
were
this other stuff,
segregated and
right?
all the
We don't
mentality
get
would
that.
be different.
We don't get that.
That's all I'm saying.
Skills,
That's not passed down.
Trust me, man.
It would be
We're
different.
segregated in the mind.
Yes, we are.
But I'm talking about
Yes,
in the
we
pockets.
are. True indeed.
We are. I'm talking about in
True
the
indeed.
pockets.
Listen,
Well,
if
I'm talking
we
about
want-
the reality
if
of
we really want change, stop spending
Ain't
money.
nobody gonna change for us in this country. Let me tell you why. A lot of people immigrate to what they call immigrate, whatever to this country because they live in a fucked up situation
Yep.
back in wherever they coming from, right?
But you know what they do
we
with that money?
Fuck that. We the only group of people that got shipped over this motherfucker and begging the same people who had their foot on our neck. Can you please stop now? We not escaping them. We from his motherfucking shit.
Yeah. Do you know what those other groups do with their money?
I understand what they do with their money.
What do we do with ours?
But
spend our
but
shit.
what I'm saying, ain't nobody just gonna stop fucking us over. I'm agreeing with what you're saying by just saying, "Oh, we shall overcome. We need to protest."
Fuck
That
that.
shit ain't been working. We ain't here for what we here now. What we got, the situation we in now, with all this fake freedom, we weren't brought here for that. We were brought here to work this motherfucker.
Listen. I view us as 33.3% ownership of America. Okay, we own 33.3% of America.
Well, you can view that, but you
No,
get
no.
pulled over by the
It is-
police. You
no,
get your
but
ass
this
killed.
is what it is. Okay, the Native Americans own this place, right? The colonizers came over here running from the persecution that they faced. Okay, we never asked to be brought to come here. We were brought here. We are three owners of America. We built it. Black people built it.
So what about the people that say, "What about the African tribe leaders that sold their people?"
That happened.
Oh no, that did happen.
That happened.
But that didn't happen like
They didn't know we was coming over here to get fucked up.
Thank you.
They didn't know.
Fucking up
That happened.
a whole lineage. And shit.
That happened. They were prisoners of war. Okay, over in Africa. That's who got.
I know.
shipped
Here you
over.
go. Take this.
Yeah,
Exactly.
fuck them. Fuck 'em. Yeah, that's what happened.
But we.
What you gotta say, Press? Yeah, that's what happened, Press. Press.
We got sold like
They get.
we got traded for rifles back then, bro.
You ain't lying for nothing.
Who
Ain't
did they
no.
give the rifles to?
What you got? Apple pie? They
Probably
gonna
the British.
He ain't
Who
lying.
they give the rifles to?
The Africans?
Right.
Yeah.
So
the
they
Africans.
fucked us over, right? They gave us away.
Mike Frey said we stopped buying Gucci and other crap and start buy products from black businesses in the islands in
Totally
Africa.
agree.
Shit would change. That's
Totally
about black
agree.
clothing brands. Whatever happened to Fubu and Sean John and Baby
They made
Fat?
that money and got out.
Or bitches just stop buying that shit. That's the only reason you get out.
Damon John's on Shark Tank. He got $250 million.
Yeah,
they did that thing and got out.
But he brought up the clothing brand. I'm just saying. The only reason you sell out is when the money dry up.
Yeah, the money dry up. Skill got a point with that. People must have stopped buying that shit before Gucci and all that.
I love FUBU, man.
I love FUBU too.
For us, by us, that was killer.
I like Cock and I.
That was
I like Cock and I.
What did he do? He made his money and got out. He didn't stick with
it. That is business.
Or wait a minute. Or he was taking over.
No,
he was taken over by a bigger industry.
Who cares?
No,
he grew his brand, made his. He was successful in his endeavor. He built it and sold it for millions of dollars. That's what you're supposed to do.
So he sold FUBU?
Yeah.
Yeah, but listen,
to who?
That's what you see. That's important. To who?
Another company, and so did Cock and I. So did Rockefeller. So did Rockaway.
Wait a minute.
They had over Fat Farm. We had Fat Farm.
Fat Farm remained with Russell Simmons.
Still to this day.
Yeah.
So why he still got it in? Because who had FUBU?
Because he said it. Nobody just ain't buying that shit.
He was a spokesman.
Yeah.
Oh, he was
FUBU was 4 dudes: Damon John and some other dudes.
But
in order for them to lose that,
they didn't lose it. They sold it.
Oh, they sold. Okay.
Yeah.
To who?
I don't know.
Let me tell you.
Sometimes you can sell it. Sometimes you can sell it to a company like
they
Gucci.
sold it to.
Just so they can close that bitch down.
Bird Eyes.
Exactly.
Yo, they were successful.
You still come back to them. But we was buying from them. That was the whole point.
Yes, it was.
We was buying from them.
Yeah.
We were trying to keep it in the neighborhood.
Yes, sir.
Who did they sell out to?
Yeah, but hey, that's business.
So business knows no color.
No.
All right.
It's about what is it about?
It's about money.
About money. Don't spend your fucking money.
Everything about money.
Everything
You're going to spend your money.
Listen, for right now, if you the protest ain't gonna do shit. Well, I can't say that.
It has
I can't say that.
You're
It brought a
gonna
lot
spend
of
your money.
There's a lot of awareness now. Okay, it's done positive. The negative part of it has also done a big problem as well.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
You saying the negative part, like the rioting and looting, and I think the riot and the looting is what brought the change. Ain't shit happened hardly with peaceful protests. It's the disruption of society, the disruption that bring the change that make people say, "Oh, we need to do something." And that's my opinion.
Okay, so it's out there now, right? It's out there now. It's happening, right? Right. They burnt down after George Floyd's unfortunate murder. Right? It's happened, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Your next step now is to stand in the street, don't spend your money, and don't let nobody else get to work. Don't spend your fucking money. I bet you bring change.
I gotta agree.
Well, I don't want to agree with don't let nobody else get to work, but
Listen, if you're spend your money in the community. If you need water or food in your community right there where you at, so you can keep going, do that. Spend it with the local community. What the local businesses need to get back up from this pandemic. Do that. Don't go to the major corporation.
Right.
Okay? Don't go to the major corporations. That is who is really benefiting off of this fucking bullshit here, right?
I know, but I don't agree with the part where you say don't let nobody go to work.
Don't go to work.
No, don't go to work. But you
can't
can't stop
change?
nobody else.
You want real change.
But you can't stop nobody else from doing what the fuck they want to do.
Right.
That's the
but
whole
you
point.
talking about disruption, right?
That's the whole point of trying to be equal, to have your freedom to do what you want to do.
You talking about disruption,
but
right?
now you oppressing somebody from going to work.
I ain't pressing nobody. Stand in the middle of the road.
If you stop me from going to work, you oppressing
So
me.
it's money to you too.
It's money. Yeah.
It's money to you too.
Yes.
Your money is more valuable to you too than what we are here talking about.
But you hear what
I just said to you?
So Jamie down the street, because I feel this kind of way, and I'm passionate about this cause.
Yeah, right? Right? You're a black man, right?
Yes.
That is a good
Right?
point.
You're a black man. Your money
Yes.
right now is more important to you than making that change.
Oh, well, I don't got no money, so no, shit, my shit negative right now.
You don't want me to stop you from going to work because it ain't going to put money in your pocket.
Well, I'm not saying me, motherfucker. I'm saying
everybody. Don't stop nobody, right? Don't stop nobody from going to work.
But that's
how you gonna force somebody to be
I
a
ain't
part.
forcing nobody.
How you gonna stop them?
But
I'm standing in the street.
Exactly.
That's the plight, though. You see, that's where Ira said it's so deep and on so many different levels that even when you come up with a good idea like don't spend your money with them, it's very difficult to do that.
Because I'm going to be like, you know how to make formula, nigga?
Listen, here you get over this. You plan in advance. You plan in advance. You set
There are members
date.
to
Yeah,
it.
you set an extended date.
Killer Mike tried to do it.
Listen, but we don't.
It's terribly difficult.
We don't stick together.
Kool-Aid mixing your
It's
baby.
difficult. Did you see Killer Mike's
When he
documentary?
tried to make his own country.
Just look at what he went
Yo,
through.
they just
You don't
did
even have to
something
do
in
it.
Georgia.
You don't
Where
even
they
have
bought
to do
19 acres of
90 acres.
90 acres,
I
yeah.
love that.
19 families.
Yeah, I love that.
I see
Listen,
that.
but
They
if you
started their own
want,
city or some
if
shit.
you want real change,
Oh,
do not spend money.
it. Well, wait a minute.
your boy, they say your boy did that too in Atlanta. Oh, he a rapper. I forgot his name.
Killer Mike.
No, not Killer Mike.
He
Another dude.
started his own country or some shit like that.
No, you know who I'm talking about?
Not at all, nigga.
Listen.
Man, my cousin got the name.
Listen, and there's another brother who got killed trying to do the right thing in his community. That's Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
You see, we can't eat each other.
That's the problem.
Is that? And
That's a
I
big
never really
problem.
liked the term crabs in a barrel because here he tried to do something and it wasn't appreciated. And all it took was one dude to do something to him.
Listen, when I said this earlier, right?
So
Yes, we have gripes because a lot of shit was done to us. Yes, there's no denying this.
The problem,
Okay?
Kaz, is that we still have gripes with each other.
That is a major problem.
You ever read the Willie Lynch letter?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I have. And it lasts
read
for
it?
No.
400 years, and this is what you
3,000.
whatever.
3,000.
So this.
If you look at it, it must be kind of true a little bit. If you
Nah.
not in your mind individually, but if you look at the bigger picture, that shit is exactly how this
Either
man
you gonna
explained.
how long are you going to allow?
You thinking that with your brain, your
Listen,
your strong
how
mind.
long are you going to allow? You think I'm gonna let anybody fuck me over?
No, that's what I'm
Really
saying.
this fucking shit.
That's-
You fucking crazy?
That is what I'm saying. You thinking that with your strong mind.
Listen, but let me ask you. this.
Everybody is not you.
Right.
Everybody is
The
not
four
you.
of us here. The
Yes.
four of us here.
Yes.
that boy just went from 100 to 0 quick.
Listen, are you gonna let somebody? You see somebody fucking me over? You gonna help me, Press?
Of course.
You gonna help me?
Of course.
Are you gonna help
Of
me?
course.
And
And
if we stand together, who the fuck is against? Are you fucking crazy?
Listen to what you just said. All right, am I gonna help you? If I see somebody fucking you over, am I gonna help you? Why the fuck Zimmerman alive? Everybody not gonna help us. We ain't gonna help each
This
other.
is what I'm saying. This is
what
the
I'm saying.
problem.
We is not gonna stand
This is
together.
the problem.
Everybody don't have your mentality.
We
This is the
talk
point
about.
I'm
We
making.
talk about every other race.
That's a tough one.
No,
Because
because he
Trayvon
said,
was
"Am
by
I gonna
himself.
have?" Okay,
He was a child.
Zimmerman is by his,
Yeah,
Zimmerman
Zimmerman is a piece of shit.
at that moment. I don't mean at that moment. I'm saying like he said, if I see somebody fucking him over, all these niggas killing each other. Why ain't nobody go after him? That's all I'm saying. If we gonna kill each other. We don't stick together as a
Listen,
people.
that's the question that we need to answer right now.
We don't
stick together as a people.
That's the question.
We do stick together.
No, we
Not
don't.
enough.
When?
Not enough, Press.
When?
Not enough, Press.
Come on, man.
Oh,
Not enough.
when do we
That's
stick
why we don't have businesses.
Give me an example. When? Like, what do you mean? We do.
We
like
do
what?
not stick together. I put it like that. We do not stick together like other races do.
I agree with that.
We do not stick
100%.
Like
together.
what, Preston?
No, man.
Listen, and I'm gonna break this down even worse to y'all. Okay, listen to me. Okay, listen to me, right? You got it.
Go ahead.
And after he say that,
Listen to me.
After he say what he said, I'm gonna say why I don't think
Okay,
we
go
stick.
ahead.
We don't
I am from. Okay,
But where you at?
Okay, right? I am used to government being black, businesses being black, everybody about me
Exactly.
being black, and knowing my history.
So how segregation? How can you
Okay?
not agree with segregation?
It's British. There's white people there who who do their role, who come through the community, yada yada. Go to school with us, the same thing. Okay. It is very important to see these things and to have this knowledge with you. I am who I am, and so forceful with it because of I know myself and I know who.
But like I said, everybody is not you.
Listen,
And it's obvious.
yes, but at what point do you stop making
I
the
hear
excuse?
I hear what you're saying.
Listen, let me tell you something. What unites us at this table? The fact that we work together, right? The
No,
fact that
no.
wait, hold on, brothers, come on. What unites us at this table?
I work with a lot of motherfuckers. I don't fuck with them like that. It ain't because we work
Yeah,
together.
we friends.
All right, look.
Yes.
All right.
Y'all my
so,
friends.
so let me break it down a little more simple for you.
Right.
All right. We down for each other, right?
Yes, sir.
All
Not 'cause we work
all
together,
So
though.
we going into protest?
No.
Hell yeah.
Listen to
you
me
know
again.
I'm going.
What we talking about? Wait,
Are we going into a protest?
Hell yeah.
What we talking
What you
about?
mean?
Whatever it is. I'm going with you, Press.
Look here.
Yeah, I'm with you, Press.
Look here.
Yeah,
Already, right here.
Yeah, I'm here.
We ain't sticking together.
Listen, I'm with you.
Does it
I
get
see
any
you.
simpler than
I
that?
see you.
Does it get any simpler than
I
that?
see you.
No,
I'm with you, Press.
you full of shit.
I'm not
I'm
full of
with
shit.
You
you,
full of
Press.
shit. I
Wherever
supposed to just follow you. I don't know what the fuck we
No,
doing.
if you listen,
I
You
supposed to
said
follow you.
protest.
And
Listen to
just
me.
because he said protest, I supposed to follow you, and I don't know the cause.
All right, listen to me.
And now we ain't
All
getting
right,
along.
let me finish.
But
Let me go ahead.
you just proved
Let
what
me
I said.
finish.
Go ahead.
Let me
Finish.
finish. Right?
No, he said.
Let's say we
I
go
said
to the
that.
protest. We go to the protest,
Right.
right?
what we protest.
Chicken.
We go to the protest.
Fuck that.
We go to the protest, right?
Yeah.
All right. Everybody looting. We gonna do that?
Fuck nah.
No.
We not down with
You're
them.
not down with that.
So in essence, we not sticking
So
together.
you saying we supposed to stick with every single fucking thing? Or-
No,
So we
Press.
supposed to stick to every
So
single
you
thing?
say that black people don't stick together.
We don't.
What is the criteria behind that?
The criteria is
to
the
me-
criteria
Wait a minute.
is we don't
Wait a
we don't
minute,
we
man.
don't
To me-
we do not accept that lawless bullshit.
Exactly.
What?
No, he's trying to prove a point. Like if we stick together,
Nah,
we
that ain't
stick
that,
together.
that's,
on-
no.
but
we
that's-
not.
we got brains at the same time.
Yeah, we
Well,
ain't
to
accept
me-
that
to
lawless
me- to
bullshit.
And
me-
that's why it's difficult. And this is why you came up. We got brains, right? This is why if we not going to the protest or we go to the protest, you could say, what we going to the protest for?
Exactly.
But I could also look at you as one black man to another and say that we not sticking together here.
Why you got to ask the cause though?
What the fuck I look like?
Yeah,
Goddamn, because I'm a grown ass man.
Okay, put it like this. Put it like
You
this.
ain't gonna
here.
protest
Look,
about
put it-
chicken.
Look, put it like this. Put it like this. here. Put it.
Yo, listen. Let me drive this home.
Hold on. Let me ask you something. You say you got to have the cause. What if somebody just starts shooting right now? Won't you just get up and run?
And you think that's the same fucking thing?
To me,
I just said, you think that's the same fucking thing?
to me, it is.
Hey,
Self-preservation.
You don't know where it's coming from.
Self-preservation is like the number one natural instinct.
This is my point. We do stick together.
No,
Nah.
No, we don't.
We do, man.
Your point bullshit. Your point is bull to the
anyway,
Okay,
if there's
Press,
a
okay,
bigger
hold on.
picture,
Hold on,
there's
hold
a
on.
bigger picture than all of this.
We not even
Press.
sticking together on your point,
Listen,
bitch.
this is a bigger picture than all of this.
Press. To me, I think the only way black people stick together if it benefit them. Like that's the only way I see it.
Listen.
Like we grew up. I don't know how every black person is, but I know a lot of places I have been and I grew up in. We got an attitude like I'm gonna get you before you get me. Like we
Yo.
do not stick together.
America's so fucking different. Yo, this shit's so foreign to me.
It is
For real. But anyway, this situation what's going on right now is so deep that I even feel that the government is satisfied. And I'm not talking about Trump, right? This is a system that's been going on a long time, right?
Yes.
That they rather have the black people and the white people fighting each other so we don't look behind the curtain.
Can I make a point though? Before we go, because I know we out of time. Division. The number one thing, you keep it divided. Let me see. We 13% of the population, right? You keep us divided. People of color outweigh the majority. When it comes to people of color versus that, the majority is the minority. You got to keep everybody divided because if one people come together, the power pendulum will swing in the wrong direction of some people.
Listen, I don't know why people are still caught up with that bullshit. I don't hate nobody.
That's you though.
Listen, this should be all of us.
I'm saying.
I can't see myself. I can't see myself without
But that's you.
my white brethren.
That's
Okay?
no,
I can't.
I understand.
You understand?
But
I have so many
everybody-
white friends. I have my fucking grandfather.
But that's
all my-
you.
listen.
You go out
I
there
can't-
to your rally meeting saying, "I love y'all." You go
Nah,
to rally
I ain't
meeting
doing
with
that.
shit.
Yeah, I ain't doing that because I ain't no fucking no sucker. You know what I mean?
But I'm saying
They the one with the problem.
Everybody
No.
don't have that mentality.
They that is what they're looking for us to do. They want to excite this group against
That
this
group.
group.
Exactly.
So we never come together and see what they are really fucking doing to all of us.
I agree.
That's the major problem.
But your mentality is not everybody's mentality.
Take us out, Skills.
We out this bitch.
God damn.
Hey, sorry for that serious topic.
Oh, that's the end of. Oh,
But-
yeah, that is the end of the show.
Yeah, sorry for this. Hey, President, chill out.
This was deep. This was deep.
Yeah, man, we ain't mean to offend nobody. We just my mind be fucked up. I be saying all kind of shit. But hey, you can leave your thoughts in the comments, and if you was offended, personally, I don't care because that's what I think.
No offense intended. And we
Nah,
do.
I was
we
just
do
playing.
stick
No
together.
offense intended.
We just learn to need to do it a
No,
little
we
bit
don't. He
better.
full of shit.
This earth gave birth to all of us.
Yes.
Okay, and there's only one place we can all be, right here, and it's about time that we recognize each other and move forward.
But at the end of the day, all that hoo shit sound good, but everybody don't agree.
Listen, we can all continue down this path of fuckery until this world is destroyed. You can see this shit coming, right? I can see this shit coming.
Yes.
This is worldwide, global. If
The people with
I
the
ain't-
power
I ain't
need
crazy,
to have your
right?
mentality.
But
Is what I'm saying.
I can see God disappointed in all of us, in all of us, man.
This is true. This is true. Hey, the only thing I can say is spread love. We hope y'all enjoyed the show. Y'all catch us next Monday, same time, same place. Don't hate the Joker, hate the game podcast.
And subscribe to the YouTube. Don't hate the Joker, hate the game on YouTube. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Please.
And thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a good one. We out.